heading towards our boondocking campsite. Going up this fairly steep road here. It's super fun. This video is about boondocking and setting up your boondocking campsite. Well, we found a really sweet spot here, and I wanted to take just a second to talk a little bit about this spot and kind of some of the good things and some of the maybe not so great things or challenges, if you will, of kind of boondocking in a place like this. So this is an excellent spot that we found off of a Forest Service road. So this is free dispersed camping, and there are some rigs and stuff that we passed. As you can see, it is plenty large enough to get even some of like the big fivers and stuff in here.
There's also already fire rings here, so we know that people have camped here before.
When you find a spot like this, you want to not just like pull the rig in and be like, yes, we found the best spot ever. Even though it might still be, I would always encourage you guys, if you're pulling an RV, to drive in and at least walk the site first. Look around, see where the most level spots are, look at the trees, think about shade, think about where the sun's going to hit. Do you want your rig to be sunny? Do you want it to be shady? And stuff like, you know, are there some dead limbs above you if you're gonna be in trees like this? Are there fire pits already set up?
Where do you want your front door?
Exactly. So yeah, and think about the orientation of the sun, of kind of where your front door is gonna be. Do you want that sun hitting you in the morning or in the afternoon? So there's a lot that kind of goes into it, and just, you know, go around and get a sense for it. Does the area have a feng shui about it that, you know, you find really appealing? That's what you want to look for.
Good morning, everyone. It's 8 o'clock on moving day. Prepare yourself as best you can. So I'm going to flush the RV black tanks before we leave. So if you are ever going up someplace that's kind of steep or something that you can't see around the corners of and you have a scout vehicle, one of the things we suggest is to send them up first. It's also safer not to have them behind the big rig just in case anything happens. You're just playing it smart that way. But this was to our advantage today, especially because as we were going up here, Krista noticed there's some really large graders. They are grading the road, which will be nice for us. It does make it a little smoother, but we don't want to run into a situation where we can't get past them. So fortunately, we're all heading in the same direction and going about the same speed. So here we go.
Whee! You got to see the steering wheel. I appreciate the the curving. We've caught up with our scout vehicle.
We're here, and I don't know if you can see it. Maybe, I hope.
It's snowing.
It is snowing on us, but this is NOP, and we go anyway. So as long as the roads were in decent condition, which fortunately they were for us, we were able to get here. If that had not been the case, I would not have done that road. It is steep. We did get some looks coming in from people like,
yes.
You bringing that thing in here? Yes.
Yes, we
yes,
are.
we are. So now we get to do this before it starts getting, you know, bad.
My wonderful assistant here, who will be yelling at me to no forward, no back, side, this way, that way. So we're gonna straighten her out, but I think we've got our spot here. Now we've got to level it. As I don't know if you can see very well, but it is tilty. Kristen's all ready to go back there. She's spotting me. When backing up, not to stress the transmission as much, you can put it in a low gear, and that will help with the torque and stuff of backing up.
These are the leveling blocks. They're like gigantic Legos is how I like to think of them. We bought them on Amazon when we first got started. We actually have 2 packs. They usually come in a 10-pack.
All right, so as you can see, we've just sort of built little bridges. Now, a lot of times you stack it up like that, but we've actually got 2 up on top because of the angle that we're at.
From swimming at Sparks
to this.
to this.
All right, let's check the level real quick.
It would probably be perfect once the slides are out.
Oh yeah, that's like cash money right there, cash money. All right, now that we've leveled in terms of setting up the boondocking campsite, the next thing you need to do is to chalk the wheels before you unhook it from the trailer, before you drop the tongue jack, all that kind of stuff. Maybe elementary, but this is actually, unfortunately, one of the things that gets missed a lot. People get excited, they're like, yeah, let's unhook and get ready, and they don't chalk the tires, and then some disaster can happen. So we use these things. I really like them. They're called X-Chocks. They work in terms of preventing the wheels from rotating at all. Now, on a big spot like this, or if we're on a slope that's steep, I may put some extra chocks, maybe some big rocks or something behind or in front of the tires, depending on which way the downhill is, just to be safe. But this is the next step. It is really coming down. We wanted to do this for you guys when it was beautiful and sunny like it
yesterday.
was yesterday when we were here. But this is the mountains, and weather changes, and we're all about hashtag real life on NOP. So we're bringing it to you now, because sometimes this is what you have to deal with.
Come here, Cinder. What you got all over you?
You can see the truck's right there. It's still hooked up. However, that's probably where I will park it when everything is all done and said. And then we've just moved Kristen's car around because we're getting ready to get the generator out. And I've parked it here with her. The reason for that is because we kind of like our privacy, especially when we're boondocking. And this really kind of seals off this whole little campsite area for us.
Of course, you could do opposite of that if you are one of those folks that really likes to have, visitors come by or are totally open to people coming, and staying close to you to meet new friends and people. And we do that sometimes too, but when we're around here, we're kind of by ourselves. This is what I wanted today.
Kristen has graciously muscled out the generator. Now, normally the next step in this process would be to put the tongue jack down, but because we're boondocking, we don't have power, and I'm trying to save our battery, we're going to hook up the generator first.
When the weather's like this and it's crummy, we take the generator and we usually keep it fairly close, sometimes under a table with the tarp. Yes, you guys, I promise I make sure there's good ventilation and good area for the exhaust to come out. I know better than that. But when it's nice out, we try to move it a little bit farther away. We have an extension cord that we can even run it even farther because it is loud. It's a generator. It is what it is.
We want solar, but it's costly. So this is
what we have for now.
We can do it right now.
Use what you have, right? It's beautiful.
It's snowing.
It's like that Dippin' Dots snow, my kids call it. Yeah, it looks like here. You can see on the shoulder there.
It's my greatest dream. It's come true. My greatest dream come true.